Coming straight out of Ecamm. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam is the name of the jam. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam is the name of the jam. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam. This is a jam for the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam is the name of the jam.
Hold it, stop the music!
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
Can I please have your attention?
Now showtime. Are you ready? Are you ready for start time?
Let's find out. Ready, let's go.
Aloha Ecamm fam entrepreneurs. Are you tired of trying to find exciting ways to sell your products? Are you looking to reach an even bigger audience? Well, it's time to leap into the future of selling with Ecamm Live's Leap into Live Selling virtual conference. Live selling is the hottest trend in commerce right now. We're bringing you the brightest minds in the industry to help you master the art of live selling. You'll learn to create compelling content, engage with your audience, and best yet, convert viewers into customers. Our lineup of experts will have you on the edge of your seat. We've got live selling gurus like Stephanie Garcia, Rocky Nash, the Dealcasters, and more who will teach you how to make your brand stand out from the crowd. Don't have a lot of experience? Don't worry. We got Miss Jackie Gonzalez coming to show you how to shine as a live selling host. But wait, there's more. We got our very own Anna Fulgens with the daily wrap up with prizes and surprises that'll make this conference an unforgettable experience. Plus, you'll get a chance to network with other family members and learn from their experiences and successes. So don't wait. Join us at Leap into Live Selling and take your business to the next level. We promise it'll be the most fun you've ever had at a conference. Sign up now at leapintolive.com. That's leapintolive.com. Gee, who? What's cracking, people? We're here. It's time for another Ecamm Live demo. Once again, if you're brand new around here at Leicester, let us know in the comments. If you have a question, please posit it with a Q colon. It helps me find it. You'll see why in a second. I'll explain to you why we're always so finicky about the Q colon and the questions. And then everybody else, you guys know what it is. We're going to dive in now. Boom. So tried out something different today. Learned this from Kurt Nugget, actually. And we're going to start with just one window because there's people in the universe that see a bunch of windows and freak out. Not one of those people, but yeah. So we're trying to be understanding of those. And what I want to say is I think of whenever I see any brand new piece of software, right? I'm forever testing out software, trying new things, whatever. When I first downloaded it, I never open it and look at the interface and go that it's daunting. Because I don't know if you use Photoshop. I look at a program like Photoshop, which I've been using since version 1. When I first started using Photoshop, I was primarily making flyers for print, like actual printing. So I didn't use probably 90% of what was in the app. I was taking a photo, cleaning it up using basically, levels, contrast, brightness, hue stuff, saturation, things like that, and applying text to it. so that you knew what artist was playing where for what concert type of thing, or what DJs was playing at what place. I didn't know anything about raw photo editing. Actually, we didn't really have raw photo editing at that time. But, channel operations where you do weird stuff to make a hole in the letters so that, the pictures in the letters and the background is the same, like, channel operations and things like that. I didn't know any of that stuff. But through using it, and then running into something that I thought it couldn't do, and then going to, at that time, AOL rooms and trying to figure out, hey, does anybody know how to do X? And somebody would like, yeah, look inside this window. What window? And then, oh, yeah, it's right. I didn't even know that window existed. You know what I mean? So, like, if you think of it similar to that, or you can go to any city, anywhere, and rent a car and know nothing about that model of car, but you know where the steering wheel, the gas, and the brake is. And over the course of 2 or 3 days of driving it, you find out where the heater button, the radio, the thing that massages your butt when you're driving, all of the above. You learn that as you go. So think of it like that. Don't panic when you see a bunch of windows, right? Because yours is not going to look like this. So anyway, we're going to start out with understanding probably the thing that hooks people the hardest, and that is scenes versus overlays. So in Ecamm here, I'm going to show you my profile section. I have affiliate, Amazon Live, Ecamm Demo, what we're doing today, Final Cut Pro, Global Summit, IG Live, LGL, LinkedIn, The Flow, and They Don't Read. Those are my various profiles. Think of each one of those as a different house in my production scenario. Today, we are rocking in the Ecamm Demo house. So, first thing we're going to need is we're going to need a map of the rooms in the house. Boom, open up the scenes window. So, I have an intro room, I have a promo room. You guys just saw both of those. I have a room called host and a room called Mahalo, right? So right now, those are the basic rooms. But we're going to build some rooms. So if I go and make a brand new room, right, here he is, new room. We're going to call this blank. Let's call this host plus guests. All right, so I'm going to invite some guests to come over to this room. I'm going to need some furniture. Go over here to the overlays panel. Open up the overlays. Think of overlays as furniture, because if you got a blank room and you need to overlay in a rug, a table, a chair, some plants, and a few signs that said you graduated from where, right? So those are the same thing that's down here on the bottom. These are your furniture shoppings. Let's start with going to grab ourselves an area rug, because I personally don't like the blank thing in the back. So I'm going to hit here, jump on my Ecamm assets folder, which I'll move out the way now because, it's just, I don't want to confuse you. Let me grab this area rug. I have an area rug right here in my hand. I'm going to drop it in. Okay, so the way this is set up right now, if you look in the overlays window, this says show in the current scene, right? So if I were to create another room, there's no rug in here. That's kind of messed up, right? So every time I'd have to drop in the background. Or if you look at this carefully, you'll see where it says show in background. So if I drop it here, now if I go into the other room, it's there. It's in both places, right? So just to show you it's different, let's go and pop a camera in this one right here. This is new camera overlay. I'm going to show you the options that you have available. You have image, animation image, animated image, blah, screen share overlay, text overlay, countdown, widget, camera, and then folders to put things in, right? So let's drop on a new camera overlay. Bam. So now we have a camera overlay. The difference between this and this, there's not as much control. I'm stuck with this look, this size, whatever. Like I can zoom in a little bit with my camera effects window, right? I can, zoom in, zoom out. Actually, that's on not camera A. See? Let me do that. There we go. I can zoom in, zoom out, but it's not as effective as if you do it this way, where you get a camera overlay and then you can go to town, right? So in this camera overlay, I can do classic 4x3, square, circle, squircle, my favorite, tall, and then probably my second biggest favorite, which is custom, because custom allows you to make whatever, right? You can go to town all day, every day, right? So in our particular case, we're going to rock us a squircle. Boom. Tough acting to acting. There is a squircle. Throw it up here. Come down, not quite middle. Drop it in the middle. And then, actually, let me lessen biggin this a little bit. All right, we're going to call that a day. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to open the comments and reaction windows just so I can see what you guys are yakking about down there. What's up, PJ? PJ is in the building. Tyler, I don't know. That's your audio routing. That is all audio routing because it should play no matter what, because you're at that point playing system audio. You might not have the system audio plugin installed. Anyway, so we're going to click this, and a couple different ways I can do this. I could just add another camera overlay, but then I have to go through the process of sizing it and things like that. You can hold down the Option key and just drag it straight across to make another copy, right? Or you can click here on the actual camera and do copy, paste, and then now you have a second, right? So we'll call those our two cameras. I'm gonna click on this guy, come down and change it to guest one. So now there's me, there's my guest, right? In there like swimwear. Easy peasy, cover greasy. All right, so let's go and make another setup. First, while we're in this furniture store, let's shop for some text. I'm gonna click here, add my text overlay. You get a cool box. You get a box of crayons to work with. So let's do, dang, it's hot in my office today. Booyaka! All right, so I'm going to select my size. I like to start with 36. Here's a rule of thumb. If you start with the size, the next size should be sort of the best one, or some version of 8. If you work in numbers of 8 for most fonts, it's just the way they work. It's hard to explain why without getting mad technical, so just keep that in the back of your mill. All right, so I'm going to set this one to 24. I'm going to take this piece and add a little bold, take this piece and add a little light. Boom, a little bit country, a little bit rock and roll. So I could drop that on, and that is cool, but it's not as cool as I would want it to be. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna hit background. Boom, add a little flavor. Then I actually want my background to be closer to one of those colors, so I can hit this eyedropper. Boom, pick that, drop this in the old background sauce, and then there we go. Now, I have my corner radiuses set so that it's not, just a hard edge. Let me do this real quick. Click on the background. I'll show you what I mean. So here's my corner radius. If I go like that, it's sharp, like incisor, right? If I go like this, it's pilly, right? So you can go sharp, pilly, sharp, pilly, sharp, pilly. Soft kitty, warm kitty. All right, so then your margin, basically, let me switch this back to a different color. Oh, you can boom, baklat. Me not do that. We want white. Then background, we go pick the next color there. All right, cool. The other thing the margin does is it gives you space around the actual content inside the box. So I like my margin round about chia. Okay, so I'm gonna add a border, and like my border round about here. Again, you can use the color Chicle to set the border. I never use the shadow effect. I don't know why people do that. I don't use the light glow either. It'd be okay in this particular case, but I tend to leave that mess off and then save. There it is. Now we have us a text box, right? So I'm gonna line this up with this graphic and size it accordingly, and then shrink it. So there's my text, right, that I want to use for this particular setup. Okay, now I don't want to have to do this over and over again. So again, hold the Option key, drag it right across, right, and then change this graphic for my guests. Boom. There's my guess, right? We're squared away. Now, let's go ahead and add a couple of logos. So I'm going to take this logo. It's, again, drag and drop, right? I could press on the, I'll show you in a second. I could press on the drag and image icon to bring it in, but I just like to do it like this here. So we're going to drop the logo in. Let's embiggen it just a smidge. Call that like that. And then this time I'll show you the other way. I'll click on the actual box, come in here, press that, boom. Simple. In there like swimwear. Let's investigate you Ken folks down here. Boom, boom, boom. People saying hi. 6-day, 50-hour live stream church. Work like a champ. There we go. That's what we want to hear. That's exactly what we want to hear. Let me fix this. 1 second. Border. Thank you. Let's see. Everybody's saying hi. Dun, 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 dun. Boom. What's up, Bick? How you doing? Good to see you. All right. So we got these two things covered. Now, let's just say we're going to have a second guest. I want to show you one of the things I like about this is if you come over to the side, scene menu again, we're going to add a new room, but this time we're going to duplicate. Why? Because it keeps things in the same format, right? So I'm going to do G1 plus G2. Okay. Now, I'm going to show you something. Before I do this, I'm going to zoom into this whole overlay section. I'm going to press on this folder here, and I'm going to put GUEST1. Actually, let's just do it this way. All right, so I'm going to put in the name. I'm going to put in the camera. And then that way, when I disappear them, they disappear together, right? I'm going to use, there's a little chain link icon here, so that leaves them linked together. Then I can roll that. I'm going to come here, pop another one, put this group up there just so it's not in the same group. Throw in that, throw in the camera, right? Link it, disappear it. Okay, so now we got them situated in groups. It's a lot cleaner in your overlay window. This is a ghost camera. Get rid of things that don't matter. I need to put comment back on top just so it doesn't accidentally end up underneath anything, and then lock these bad boys in position so you don't accidentally slide, slippity slide, forget about your troubles of your 9 to 5, right? So let's go back. Actually, now that I have this all cleaned up, I'm going to delete this particular scene. Let's just double tick, copy that. I'm going to delete this one because it's not as clean as the one I just made. I'm going to duplicate that and then come back up here and then boom. Now I got it, right? So this one will just be G1, G2. Okay. Okay, gangi. This is it. Now we're in there. Now we're in there. Now we're locked up, right? So this is our second scene. In our second scene, we're going to have our guest 1 plus our guest 2. Watch how simple this is. I can turn this baby off. Actually, in this case, I can delete it, right? Come right there. Click on that bad boy. I got it in my hands. Copy, paste. So now I got a second copy. I'm going to make sure that they're not nested. And then on this one, right, I'm going to leave that one in place. Take this particular one and slide it over. Okay, so now this guy, change this to guest 2, and then double click this bad boy. There you go. Right? So now I'm squared away. I can have my host and my guest. I can have my guest 1, guest 2, but this eliminates you from having to what's the word I'm looking for? It's going to eliminate you from having to make sure things are lined up in the same place. If you duplicate the scene and work off of that, all of your stuff is in the same place as directed. Okay? One second. Just solve this problem. Gangster. There's that. All right, cool. Technicore Media said, lock your scenes. Peoples. Yes, lock them scenes. That's even better. Okay, so feeling good today because whenever you get spammed by bots, that's the sign that you're doing things. You're doing things properly. All good. I want you guys see that, just so you know. I don't know if you saw what I did, but there's a button. When people get out of control, feel free to press this button, right? I'm not going to do it to Paul because Paul's cool, but delicate dinghead gets kicked out. Homie don't play that. Okay, so anyway, yes, you can do that. Like again, in your stream, if you're doing something right, you can add to the broadcast, remove from the broadcast, and hit that. Don't do that to Bicky. Bicky's also cool. Just wanted to show you that that is a possibility. Anyway, so moving straight along, I did make this new room over here, and we call this room browser. So let's go ahead and build this real quick. And where did Mr. Lester go? Lester, if any of this is questions, man, feel free, drop those questions in, and we'll show you what we mean. So let's do a browser thing real quick. We're going to start that by clicking New Scene Overlay, which is a screen share. I'm going to throw it up in the corner here. Throw it up. Pull that down to about right there. Pop on the old camera. Switch it to tall. And then throw it down. Oi! Make sure you grab the right one with your fat mouse fingers. Right? Throw it up like that. Now we're good. I'm going to go back. I want to show you something cool. I'm going to take this Ecamm overlay right here and just drag it to there. Look, when I come here, it's there, right? But it's locked. So I'm going to unlock it real quick, move it to where I might want to put it. Let's just say we'll drop it down here in the corner and lock it again. So you can drag items from one scene to another. As a matter of fact, you can copy and paste between profiles. I can't show you that at the minute, but you can copy and paste between profiles, which I think is just dope. Okay, so one of the most common ways that we do this, let me pull out a new tab here. And then I just want to show you guys what I mean. I'm going to click on this pencil, and instead of showing my primary display, second display, third display, I'm going to show Chrome. And then in Chrome, I'm going to pick this guy here, right? So this is where all you guys are hanging out. This is how I can monitor and, throw people out. But I want to show you is I actually created a second window, right? So there's this. By creating a new window in Chrome, here, I'll show you what I mean. It'll make more sense over here. Wrong one. Right? I have two Chrome windows popping, right? But instead of showing you a second window, one thing that's cool about Ecamm, you can select the window by name. And if you do that, then you get something a little bit more cool. You know what I'm saying? And then that really makes it easy. So you can still have the thing open that you're monitoring or doing something. Be careful on your machine. If you have a weak machine, Chrome has memory management. So what that means is if your machine is not like super gangster and you start opening multiple Chrome windows, anything that's running in the back that's important to your show will go to sleep when you focus another window to the front. Yes, Glenda, that's exactly and precisely what I said. You can copy and paste from profile to profile. Do it now so you can see it. All right, cool. So check this out. I want to make sure that I get the size correct, right? So like if this is funny, it's just going to look odd on your screen. I use a little program called Window Sizer, and I just hit 1920 by 1080. Oh, you guys can't see that. Let me give you a screen shizzle of what that looks like, and it'll make more sense. Hold on 1 second. Quick screenshot of this because I want to show you how cool this is. I use a Chrome plugin. I click that little guy. It lets me pick a window size. And if I drop it into something like 16 by 9, which is, 1920 by 1080, it just fits perfectly with what we're trying to do in the old Ecamm, right? So even if I wanted to show something that looked like an iPhone maybe in a particular scene, I could click this in here, and then that'll give you like, that general look, right? Now I'm gonna fix it back. I'll do iPad just to give you a little look-see, but I'm gonna hit 1920 1080, and then there's that. Now, I don't like, if you ever see the white on the edge like that, that's because your window is close to the edge of your monitor. Just pull it to the middle and that goes away. In this particular setup, I don't like seeing that little bit of background back there. So you got two options. You can click on the pencil to activate. You could do activate green screen, and then that make it go away. Not a fan of that method. I like to hold down the option key with my finger and just crop it in a little smidgy, right? Crop it in. Again, hold that option key. Cropping items is like the dope sauce. I can even get rid of the title bar because nobody needs to see that. Unless I wanted to make sure you knew the Earl. What's up, Earl? Then in that case, I would show you. So now I got everything spaced out how I like it. Still got room for comments. Boom, gangster. You know what I'm saying? So you style it how you need to style it to make your life better, but that's just one particular way. Now, scrolling back up to Tyler. Where you went, Tyler? Tyler! Oh, where'd it go? There it is. Tyler said when he was trying to play a YouTube video using the widget, no one can hear the audio. Okay, so we're going to do a YouTube video using the widget because Tyler said. First things first, let's get over to the old YouTube. Let's hit on the old Ecamm Live, and then let's find that dude Marshall. Boom, there he is.
Ecamm fam, what's good?
I'm gonna stop that. You guys can't see my sound levels, so let me open the sound levels and see if it's passing through.
Y'all, look, in the past,
it's passing through. Okay, so that's because if you look down here, system audio is activated, right? So the way Tyler's talking about, though, is using the widget, which I think is better. I don't like to do my videos like this. It's just whack. Actually, I prefer to download the videos anyway because, number one, you never have the problem that Tyler's talking about, right? Because it's actually on your machine. And number two, you are streaming out. You're sending a lot of data out. You're crushing your internet as it is. So also trying to play another video at the same time is going to add to the crushing of said internet. So if you download the video first, then you don't run into that drama, right? But anyway, there comes in a time where you have to do that and it's not going to work. So first things first, let's copy this scene. Let's call this widget browser. Widget browser. It feels like that should be a song. Okay, we're going to delete Marshall. We would not actually delete Marshall. All right, I'm just cleaning up things because I don't want unnecessary things in my thing, right? I tend to like to clean up as you go while you're building. It'll make less chance of you having problems later. All right, that's all gravy. So here we are. What Tyler is talking about, because we all know Tyler be talking, is we're going to press on this globe. All right, there's a globe. This brings up a little dialogy box, right? I'm going to click on this video of Marshall, grab the URL, and paste it in here. YouTube, watch a bunch of letters. I'm going to change this gangster over here to 1920, pop 1080, pop. Then, important sauce over here for me. I say hit that high res mode, hit that keep running, right? Keep running. And then boom, add that widget overlay. It's going to take a second to think. and then it should load the page. Now, yesterday, I don't know what it was about this particular video. Every time I tried to play this particular video, the page wouldn't load. And it was only this page, which is super random. There it is. I just hit
Ecamm
the refresh
fam,
button.
what's good,
and
y'all?
it's good.
Look, in the past 3 years, Ecamm Live has
Marshall, shut up.
changed.
Marshall, hush. There we go. Okay. So, as you see here, two things. If I poop this in, there's a little thingy, right? If you have the thingy off, that means that you can control the actual overlay, like move it around, stuff like such. If you turn the thingy blue, now you're interacting with the page, right? Now you are interacting with the page. So, look, there's a relaunch button, right? There is a go back a page. So let's do this for a second. And then I want to go back. You know what I'm saying? So you're literally acting with the page. Just want to Nope. There you go. Too early to hear that song. Ooh, girl, that's my song. All right, but you'll notice if I play this,
Live has changed.
It's
my
coming through.
life. And in this video, I'm going to show you how.
because the sound effects is working, right? So I mean, sorry, the system audio in this case is playing it as sound effects instead of system audio. When I play it the other way, it comes in as system audio because system audio means another program's audio has to come to Ecamm. But when you do it this way, then that means the sound effects panel is working. So yeah, Tyler, you don't even need system audio. You might just need to check your sound effects tab or just delete it and try it again. That's all. Anyway, so just to show you this fully works, let me hit full screen. Boom, that cleans it up nicely. Before I was cropping, you don't have to do all of that. So this is cool. The only weird caveat about this method is we currently don't have borders and stuff for that. So what you do in that situation is as follows. Do a screen share widget, right? Set it to 16:9, turn the corner radii off, put it right there, and drop it behind the widget. You know what I mean? And then at this point, you can size it accordingly. I'm probably going to do custom so I can get cute with it. But you're just going to size it up. Back in the streets, did my time, took my chances. There you go. Then you're going to lock that one. Booyaka, lock the widget. And so you got, it's not exactly straight, Doc Rizzy. Let's straighten it up for real. There you go. So now you can get gangster with it. You can lock that. You can have the appearance of a border. Just throw another one in the back. Don't put none in there, right? That's it. The only thing you might want to double check is on this particular one, you can use the gear. Make sure that the system audio part is off because you don't want that to do anything. And other than that, you should be good gravy. All right, that's it. Because I don't have anything in that window, right? It's just naked. I could take the Marshall one and hit a little transition and say fly it in from the right and then save that. And then take this guy right here and do like a fly it in from the top, right? We're going to click that. Click on your little Ecamm joints right here and fly this in from the bottom. Boom. So now if I'm here and I'm like, hey guys, let's go over and talk to Marshall. Oh, I forgot to turn it back on. Ding dong. Let's do that again. SNOOPDOGG, right? So you can do that. That'll be cool. That's a cool way to handle that situation. Tyler, if you're at your desk, try it again and let me know. Marshall does not have an echo. I have a Rodecaster Pro that's playing Marshall sound into my thing, right? So I told you guys, always watch this. If I play Marshall, let me embiggen it so you can see. We're not going to care what Marshall looks like. I'm asking you guys to try to start thinking about how audio routing works, right? So if I unlock this and play Marshall.
Canon M50, a video on lighting, a video on microphones, and I also did one about creating graphics in Canva. And since then, I've done a few promotional videos. The cool thing about Ecamm is that I have a similar story to pretty much everybody
see
that's
that
partnered with Ecamm.
The Rodecaster Pro one is moving, but you guys can probably still hear that Marshall, right? Because it's coming Caster Pro as well as this.
So as you saw from the
But
title, this is
if
my
I mute
3-year
this-
Ecamm anniversary. So here are the 3 main ways
You still can
that
hear it.
I've used Ecamm Live over that time.
See,
period
so I had
that
the
has
mute
changed
Marshall on my
business and
Rodecaster
life,
Pro
okay? The first
so that
way
it
is the
doesn't
virtual
feed back to
camera
you guys,
for Zoom meetings.
right?
The
Or
second way
set
is
up my sound
pre-recording
effects
videos for
channel to
content
have a mix
creation
minus.
and course creation.
In theory,
And the third way
while
is
Marshall
drum
is
roll,
talking,
live streaming. So I'm gonna go through them one
you
by
should
one,
see no
kinda
movement
give you
on my
my
microphone.
perspective and my use cases for
But if I
Ecamm
do
and hopefully
this-
it'll help you out as well. So the number one way that I use Ecamm Live is the virtual camera. I pretty much use this on a daily basis.
Wakaroo?
And I
Wakaroo,
primarily
wakaroo,
use it
wakaroo?
for Zoom meetings, okay?
You understand?
So I have calls
So that's
with
exactly,
side clients.
hey, hush your face,
When I first-
Marshall. That's exactly what I'm trying to get y'all to understand. Whenever you're doing this, if you, how can I say this? How can I say this in the most logical way possible? Programmatically, there is no way for this software to generate an echo. We do not have an echo feature in this software, any way, shape, or form. When you hear double audio, you're just hearing an audio source twice. That is not an echo, 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 echo. That is the sound playing twice while you're trying to hear what you got to say. That's different, right? You have the audio source coming in through the computer and the audio source coming in through the mixer because the mixer is designed to listen to the computer, right? In this entire thing, if you search the entire manual, other than the word echo cancellation, we don't have a feature to create echo. So that means that your audio routing is not right. My Rodecaster Pro, the way I have it set up for my podcast, I didn't mute that channel, so that's why you heard it twice. I'm trying to get you guys to use the proper terminology because it'll help you find the issue quicker. If you're looking for what's causing an echo, what, you're not going to find that because we're not reggae music from the 80s. Steve, I'm just about to do that, so let's do it now. Boom. I'm going to say something really mean, not directed at you, but everybody here knows I absolutely hate ATEMs. There's no reason unless you have a weak computer. If you have a computer that doesn't have the ability to run a bunch of connections at the same time, you have no reason to ever buy an ATEM. You just don't. Anyway, I'm gonna do what Steve said because I was about to do that anyway. So let's go back to here and create a brand new thing. A brand new funk. Rock the beat. All right, I'm gonna just duplicate this. Keynote. What I'm gonna show Steve in Keynote works exactly the same in PowerPoint, right? I'm just doing it the Keynote way because I don't like PowerPoint. All right, cool. Let's get after it. Open up the old notes of keys. It's thinking. All right, let's pull up a presentation. Let's use this and ratcha. Cling, cling. Dun, 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 dun. This, my friends, is Keynote. All right, let's start here. This is key. Steve, write this down or timestamp it with a note so you know that this is the most important thing you're going to learn today. We're going to open up. I'm going to zoom in up here. This is the top menu of Keynote, right? Just so you can understand, let's do it this way. In the play window, make sure you don't have that. You don't want full screen. You want play in a window. That is primarily key, okay? So now, when I go like this here, and I press play, I get a window. I also get my presenter notes if you use them. I don't always use them, but if you want to see presenter notes, then you can do that, right? So I can do show presenter display. Now, here's what's cool about these presenter notes. I can move them to my other screen. You don't even need to know that they're there, but they exist, right? This is my presentation. As you can tell, every time I try to click on it, it moves. Okay, now watch what I do here. I'm gonna take this guy and take it off the screen for a second. I'm even gonna take this guy and take it off the screen for a second, right? Because live demo mode, right? So in Ecamm, I'm gonna press screen share overlay. Okay, I'm also gonna press on this pencil. When I look at my application choices, there is Keynote. I don't want to show you the presenter display because that's, well, borderline useless. I want to show you the name of the prezo. There it is, right? So if I do this here and put this up here in the corner like such, I'll stay there. And then I pull this down here like such, right? I can now use my option key, crop in those little borders. We not need to see that. We not need to see that. Get that, get that, get that, get that. And then now place that right there. Boom. That, my friends, is my keynote presentation. It's ready to rock. So I can come back over to my showgram and I can just click through my presentation and boom, it's on like Donkey Kong, right? It's that simple. Like, we're legit running. I could even use them arrow keys to change these here slides. So that's how you do that. And if you only have one screen, it's all good because you can have this here. If I get rid of live demo mode for a second, I realize my crop is off when I'm on this color. Let me get the little crop action again. Come down. There it is. All right, so if I dip out of live demo mode for a second, Command-Shift-D, all you guys are going to see is just the pre's. Wait, the red line is still there. Or was it? There we go. All you guys are going to see is a clean, functioning presentation with a handsome host. Hi, I'm Velvet Jones, right? So that's how you do that, Steve. You can just set your thing in the window and it's all good. Lester, I'm here every single Friday, rain, sleet, snow, shine, whatever, like the postman. So just come back. Just come back anytime. And work on it this week. Gather up your questions and bring them back. There you go. Have a good day. Aloha, as we say in my area. All right. So that's how you do that with the whole keynote thing. And it just makes life better than instant gravy. Right. So let me show you. Let's take this one step further. I'm going to get rid of my border on this guy. Actually, I'm going to just start all over again. I'm going to delete that screen share. Boom. Make a new one. No border. Click here. Presentation display. Keynote. Boom. There's my keynote. Right? Now, I'm going to come over here and grab me a little graphic. Pop it up like this. Bring it down so it fits. Pop it like it's hot, like this here. That's what I'm looking for, right? Grab my Ecamm graphic, put it on the top. Then take my screen share, put it on the top, and line this sucker up. Couple of crop keys. Keep it clean though. And once you got it like styled out nicely, throw it behind there and then boom. Now we're cooking with Pam, right? I put this back to Squircle because it looked better. Look at that. Look at that. Now we are cooking with Pam, right? If you understand that joke, now we're cooking with Pam, you are old. I'm just saying. I just want to be the one to tell you that. I just want to be the one to tell you that. If you know Now We're Cooking with Pam, you, my friend, are old as dirt. Steve, I'm going to have bad news for you. This is going to require me to go into the friendly host mode. It's not that your 2019 MacBook Pro feels a little bit slow. Your 2019 MacBook Pro is absolutely slow. And I know it's painful. I have one on the desk in there. Fully loaded 3700 bones is sitting on the desk in there. It's Moore's Law. Moore's Law is a brutal son of a gun. Here's the problem with any of us that have been using computers for, say, more than 15 years. Before, the slowness was about 5 years. Now, the slowness is about 2. Why? Because the other tech around you practically 1/3 X the speed every year. So in the past, 5 years on, your computer would feel about twice as slow as whatever else you might touch. But now we're getting a 1/3 X bump, sometimes 2X bump every year. And you're on Intel. All of us that jumped to the old silly, it wasn't a 2X jump. It was like a 12X jump. It was really stupid. So 2019, we got that 16-inch MacBook Pro fully loaded. 2020, August 2020, bought a fully loaded iMac, 4,700 bones. October 2020, they introduced a 16 gig Mac Mini that made my 4,700 bones iMac feel like molasses in Alaska. It was slow because that $800 Mac Mini ran circles around it. Not only did we go to M1, but we went to M2 since you bought your machine. So here's the good news. You can still sell that sucker right now for like 700 bones. I would sell it for like 6 to get rid of it and add 100 and buy a Mac Mini, and the rest of it is history. If you want to stay with a notebook, I don't suggest Airs for Ecamm just because of the thermal throttling situation that goes there, but you can get last year's 2013 MacBook Pro with 16 gigs for like $1,100 right now, and it will run circles around the machine you have. So yes, especially if you're trying to run Keynote and Ecamm simultaneously on an Intel, not only is it slow, but it can make popcorn and grilled fish because it's hot. It's super hot. But I'm sorry. I don't want to be the one to break it to you, Steve, but that's it. That is the one. Boom, boom, boom. Mabuhay. 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 Why are you not catching? There you are. Mabuhay. Mahal kita. Thank you. Yes, it's kind of crazy, right? That is funny because this is a 64 gig Mac Studio. That M2 Mac Mini Pro should be faster than this 64 gig Mac Studio right here. ¿Cómo estás? Okay, let's get back. So we covered Steve's Keynote thing. Let's see what else we got. Yo, I got the M2 MacBook Pro and the M2 MacBook Air. Truth be told, the M2 MacBook Air is fast. I've actually did amazing things with it running Ecamm. We just don't suggest it because we know at some point it's going to throttle and then people are going to be mad. Let me show you some more stuff that you can do. Along with the old Keynote thing, you can just drop a PDF so you can save your presentation. Actually, this might be helpful for you with Steve because your machine is running a little slow on Keynote and Ecamm. Save the Keynote as a PDF and just do it like this here. It works just as good. You can jump all around and do things. I actually have this exact prezo saved as a PDF, as you should, because sometimes it gets silly, right? So, look, I have the exact same presentation up there saved as a PDF, and PDF doesn't require any juice, and it works just the same. So you can do it that way. Yes, I'm gonna call it either end of next week, or I'm gonna call it WWDC. There is an event on the 11th. There's also WWDC will be June 5th. So I believe there's an event popping off on the 11th. If for some reason the 11th event doesn't happen, then there is an event on June 5th, which is WWDC, and that is when they will probably announce that. They will announce the new iMacs, and they might announce the Mac Pros because WWDC. But yeah, it's coming. So just sit on that. Anyway, it's guaranteed coming. Just don't know when. Nobody knows when. It's all a guess. Eeny, meeny, miny, moe. Okay, so we covered the PDF side. Let me show you guys something real quickie here. I'm going to go to my screen share, and let's switch this to Ecamm Live and then do comments and reactions. So, wait. I'm just going to make it so you guys can see. Put your hands where my eyes can see. So the reason why we ask you guys to do the old Q colon, because in comments and reaction, I can go Q colon. And then now I can see your questions. So I can star Tyler's question and Glenda's question. And then I can star Gretchen's question so I can come back later, right? So say I do one of those shows that's kind of like a Q&A. What it do, Miguel's? I can click on favorites after and be like, Tyler, this is what you got to do. And then get rid of that. I can be like, Glenda, this is what you got to do. Bam. And I can be like, Gretchen, I don't know. Right? So you can do your comments like that. The other thing you can see is that there's 30 people watching, but 9 people press the like button. And that, my friends, is a pure travesty. That is rude and behavior not becoming of an officer of the United States Armed Forces. So please go and fill in the thumb, because that's just rude. Like, it's sweat. I'm told you it's hot in this office. I'm sweating. Fill in the like thumb. They about to die, and nobody pressed the like button. Right? So when you press on it, then you'll see the number changes, and you guys, because I'm in live demo mode, you'll see little fingers like that, just popping up. Thank you, boss. Thank you. There you go. Paul has a disclaimer, George, about like people and their wallet complaints during my streams. So, yeah, that's pretty funny. That's a known running joke around here with Paul, the moderator. But I just wanted you guys to see that does work, in a nutshell. And I guess my favorite thing is that even if you forgot something, right? If I come back here and I knew that we had an audio question, I can search for audio and I would find, Tyler's question. So the Q thing really does help your moderators find everything. And dude, this is super dope. This is super dope. Those guys don't live stream Dragon, so they are not understanding the fact that you can power it off of the USB, and therefore the battery is not draining. The heat comes from such a large battery in a small body. When batteries drains, batteries get hot. This particular ZV-1 over here is powered by USB and has been on everyday solid for a year and a half. It came out in September of 2021. It has been sat there on the entire time and never overheated because you're not draining the battery. Also, I'm not using the built-in live streaming function. I'm using a HDMI out with a cam link. None of those guys address that because they're not live streamers, so they don't understand. So Josh is my friend, and I would just text him and be like, F off, you said it wrong. So anyway, there's that. There's nothing to deep dive. I've done it on my channel already, but there's nothing to deep dive. Just do it. Just do it. You don't need to know anything other than just do it because I said so. We're friends and I wouldn't steer you wrong. That's all you need to know. Everything else is irrelevant. I'm just saying. Not even trying to be goofball about that. I'm dead serious. There's really not a lot to know. If everybody sits around waiting until they understand it fully, by the time you understand it fully, it's too late and you are smoke dust. Do it now while everybody else is not paying attention. Don't worry about what's going to happen. It will be fine. I would not tell you to do something that was going to F up your show. It has nothing to do with Apple Podcasts and Spotify and all that other stuff. You keep doing that. Don't stop doing that. Just click on the playlist, turn it into a podcast. I just did a short on my channel. The short is 48 seconds long because that's all you need to know about YouTube podcasts at this moment. All 48 seconds of that video is the entire deep dive. 48. That's it. Everything else is just gravy. And dope picture, Megs. I like what you did there. All right, let's go. Oh, that was Lenza. That was before we got Midjourney. I can tell. Because I got one of them Lenza pictures too. All right, let's go. Let's go back to this here and swap this bad boy over to sound effects. All right, cool. So, that's on the Ecamm channel, actually. Forgot about that one. That was long. It literally takes you seconds. So this is my section, and let's see, you can play sound effects. You can adjust the volume on said sound effects, right, using this little slider down here. So this is your volume control. You can make it loop so to just play forever, right? You can put a hotkey, as I did on mine.
DJ Doc Rock.
You got hotkeys, like it's all in there. So that's sound effects in a nutshell. Notice there's a play button down here on the end to tell you how long you got. Yo, what the heck is still playing? Oh, that one. Stop that. Turn off this loop. There you go. Don't press the loop on stuff. That's just silly. Anyway, so that's your sound effects panel. I did want to show you guys, you got movie controls inside the other sound panel. So you got, yeah, stop sound. You got your movie controls up here. You caught that, Paul? And you got your interview audio, right? Again, keep everything in the middle. Notice if you're doing an interview and the guest is talking and your sound interface is moving at the same time the guest is talking, you got your sound set up wrong. When the guest is talking, the only thing that should move is interview. So if you got two of them moving at the same time, then something is wrong, and boom. You know what I'm saying? Show me again where you can click. Oh, yeah, right here. Inside the gearbox, right there. Yeah, strangely enough, the screen share doesn't show that, and it drives me crazy. Here, let's check something. If I go to screen share, show everything. We'll see if I do it there. Nope, that doesn't do anything. All right. Anyway, since we're in here, let's show you something else. Press this, Ecamm Live, preferences. All right, this is cool. Destinations. Destination. This generation. If you click on here, you can see Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, LinkedIn, Twitch, Amazon, Instagram. But I want y'all to focus on RTMP, right? RTMP. If you need to go to TikTok or Vimeo or, I don't know, Paul Duncan's live streaming service for sexy seniors, you just need your URL and your stream key. All platforms are RTMP. I don't think there's another one out there that exists. So we get questions all the time about, does Ecamm stream to X? Guarantee they take RTMP. Pretty much all streaming platforms take RTMP. So you just need to click that and put those through. Playthrough. Playthrough is for, let me show you, sound levels. Booyakacha. Sound levels. If I were to open up this bad boy here, and let's go to Camo. C-A-M-O. C-A-M-E-O. Do I have? Yes, I do. I need to open Camo on this computer. But let me show you. Press this here, and I select my phone. Actually, this playthrough basically means the sound that comes from that particular mic will play through the Rodecaster Pro interface instead of its own self, right? So if you enable this, it's going to make the sound control that would be the separate sound control for the DJI mic to get muxed into the Rodecaster Pro. So don't do it. Control it independently. So if I take this out, sorry, my DJI is asleep. They're both asleep. Oh, I know why. Hold on. Yes. Thank you, Paul. Thank you. All right, so if I plug this guy in, it should, now you can see. So there, now the DJI is working. I can move this out the way. And if I press the playthrough, it's going to push it through the Rodecaster Pro. So now, theoretically, this should still be hearing the DJI mics because the SM7B is all the way over here. So if I go like this, that's the SM7B. But if I put this all the way over here, then the DJIs are working. But not do that. Go run them like this and that, you know we. Look, I'm going to put the DJI right here. Pimp on. All right. Aloha, Ecamm fam entrepreneurs. Are you tired of trying to find exciting? Don't play that. Just do this. Anyway, so what I was going to show you is over here in the destination section is... All right, we're going back here. So in the destination section, you can see I have all these destos. I got all these places to which you can go, right? But you need to pay attention to, in the stream, if I want to go hard to another destination, if I try to go 3, it's too much. It's not going to fit, especially because I'm streaming at 4K. But if I turn this off, right, now I got space. If I turn that off, look, I can hit 3 destinations at 4K because I'm just lowering the bit rate. Smack that, I can do 5. Come on with it. I could technically do 6. I wouldn't push it that close because this says 36.7 megabits per second. This says 39.4. I like to give myself like 5 megabits per second of headroom because that headroom will just give you a better opportunity. Yeah, so there you go. You know how we do. So that's all you need to know about that there. Let me switchy. Let me cover you guys the camera switcher real quick, and then we're done. All right. Lot of mercy. Lot of the place. Go here. Camera switcher. All right, here we go. So this is my camera switcher section. Let's get rid of that. I will explain this here. The reason why you have this problem is do me got USB mic close by. Yeah, hold on. Oi. All right. So this is a typical USB mic. What you want to do is put your headphones here so you can always hear yourself. And it doesn't matter whether it's a Yeti or a Rode like this, put the headphone in the mic. When you're rocking USB mic mode, listen to that. Even on this little guy here, I should put the headphone, oh, you can't see that. The headphone hole is right here, right? This is what you want to monitor when you're monitoring using this. So if I want to continue to use this as my headphone, as my microphone, what I would do is take this and put it right here and then monitor it accordingly. So now I can hear what it sounds like. Yeah, man. Y'all can hear what me sound like. It sounds Cylon-y, and I don't know why. I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can deny. As to this, it doesn't like this. Anyway, so yes, just always listen to your mic. Instead, you will find out you're just doing better if you listen to your mic instead, right? Don't listen to your computer. It will mess you up. And then there you go. So that's all you need to do. The rest is gold. Yes, this is my call, fishing with a microphone. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, these are microphones. Oy, ow, snap. This is just a microphone. Most people do it like this here, but I'm a weirdo, so, oy, could take it there. Look, you could even go like this here. For better sound. There you go. Then now the sound is clean, right? So if I come back here, all you're listening to is the sound of these wonderful mics as I have them pinned to my glasses or my shirt. I don't like pinning on the shirt because it's heavy, so it kind of drips, right? So one of the tricks is it comes with a little magnet, and you put the magnet in here like such, and then you go, ta-da! And then now it just hangs on the shirt. Try not to cover the Ecamm logo though, homie. And then that's it. Yeah, so that is all. It's just a microphone. Ow. Oi, don't drop that. That hurts people's ears, Mr. Doc. The magnet is dangerous because it just grabs random things like that. So, yeah, that's all you need to know. Anyway, so that is all. Camera switcher. Let's get out of here. We got to do another demo after this. In there, you got all your sources, right? You got your cam link, your overhead, your camo, things of that nature. I don't like those names, so I use camera switches. So I can call them camera A, camera B, camera C, camera D, right? So if I go back up here to my guest shot, I can take camera F and set that as guest 1, right? I can take this camera E maybe, and I'll set this as guest 2. So I can go like that. I can also just drop this one in there. Or I could drop in my overhead like such, right? If I press on the pencil to my overhead, I can then have able to rotate it properly, set that for all scenes so I don't have to, mess with it, right? I can take that one in, put my face over there. So that's it. That is it. Oh, I was going to say, yeah, Paul, I'm using both DJIs. Oh my God. Oh my God, what a crazy man. What a crazy man. That's it. That's all you need to know. Anyway, that, my friends, in a nutshell, is the old demo action for this day here. We're going to go do affiliate training after this. And yeah, that's why it's better to just have your backup mic as a backup and don't try to turn it on. But your Ecamm supports up to 2 interfaces, so a lot of people don't realize that. The musician people will probably do better. Instead of running out of one interface, they set one up just for music, another one just for mics, and then turn on both interfaces, and, they might get better luck. Or you might have timing issues. It really depends on your interfaces. Your interfaces can do a lot. Your show. Anyway, that's it. Let's do one thing quick. We're going to drop this down here to the bottom, and I'm going to play this promo, and we'll see y'all next week. Peace out. H-Town Stomp. Ciao. Let's get out of live demo mode. Aloha Ecamm fam entrepreneurs. Are you tired of trying to find exciting ways to sell your products? Are you looking to reach an even bigger audience? Well, it's time to leap into the future of selling with Ecamm Live's Leap into Live Selling Virtual Conference. Live selling is the hottest trend in commerce right now. We're bringing you the brightest minds in the industry to help you master the art of live selling. You'll learn to create compelling content, engage with your audience, and best yet, convert viewers into customers. Our lineup of experts will have you on the edge of your seat. We've got live selling gurus like Stephanie Garcia, Rocky Nash, the Dealcasters, and more who will teach you how to make your brand stand out from the crowd. Don't have a lot of experience? Don't worry. We got Miss Jackie Gonzalez coming to show you how to shine as a live selling host. But wait, there's more. We got our very own Anna Fulgens with the daily wrap up with prizes and surprises that'll make this conference an unforgettable experience. Plus, you'll get a chance to network with other family members and learn from their experiences and successes. So don't wait. Join us at Leap into Live Selling and take your business to the next level. We promise it'll be the most fun you've ever had at a conference. Sign up now at leapintolive.com. That's leapintolive.com.
Coming straight out of Ecamm. This is a town for the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam is the name of the sham. This is a town for the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam is the name of the sham. This is a town for the Ecamm fam. This is a town for the Ecamm fam. This is a town for the Ecamm fam. Ecamm fam is the name of the sham.